Hey, Jason. Last year, you guys obviously went into Milwaukee and took game one, and then you went on to lose the next four. What is different about this team after winning game one of this round, and why do you have confidence that you'll continue to succeed in this series?
I mean, you just won a game. You had to bring last year up. This is different. I mean, this is just a different environment, different team. Obviously, we remember we won, the first 5 games of the playoff last year, and then we lost 4 in a row. But last year's behind us. This is different all around. We know it's not going to be easy. They're the defending champ for a reason. We just got to take it one game at a time.
From a confidence standpoint, though, what makes you have trust in this team that you will continue to play the way that you did today and during the first round?
Just continue to watch film. We're not going to be perfect, but we just need to follow the game plan and play with purpose and just play hard and compete. That's what we did tonight because we know Toronto, they're going to compete. They're not going to give up. And every night, every game is going to be a dogfight. And if we go out there and give it our all, we'll live with the results.
Gerard Blakely.
Yeah, Jason, I wanted to ask you about just the early, two-part question, 2 separate questions. Early part of the game where you weren't shooting the ball, but you guys were in control of the action. Talk a little bit about just how you've been able to pace yourself as a player and not force the action. And also, second question, you guys came into the bubble with 2 purposes: to be successful both on the court and keeping the conversation going that began outside the bubble. How do you think you guys were able to balance that in this first game?
First question. Things that I continue to learn about from myself and just playing in these games and in these situations. Just kind of realizing the attention, that I get, when I put the ball on the floor. They're a great defensive team. They're not going to make it easy. So it's my job to find the open man. If they double, if they, I got a lot of attention, a lot of eyes on me. So that's just something I'm constantly trying to improve, trying to get better at, and then find my spots. Second question, I think just what we've been doing off the court is a big reason why we came down here. I think, the world is seeing how powerful we are as a collective, as we just together, the things that we can accomplish, when we all come together as one.
Question in person, Gary Washburn.
Kind of piggybacking off Mark's question, how confident are you in this team? It just seems like you guys are playing the best ball you have probably all season. Maybe starting with that first game against Toronto, and then tonight you guys didn't let up. You didn't let them back into the game. They didn't make a 15-0 run. You kind of kept counterpunching. I mean, how confident are you guys right now?
I believe in each and every one of those guys in that locker room. We just spent so much time together down here and putting in work every day. We come prepared. And, like I said, it's not going to be perfect. Every game, we know how good Toronto is and, how tough they are. So this is one game, but we can't think about it no more. We got to get ready for the next one because we know that they're going to come out and play even harder. So we got to match their intensity next game.
Jared Weiss.
Brad, before the game, talked about how because their defense is so aggressive and they're used to scrambling, you need to make sure you make that extra pass and be really patient with the offense. Do you feel like you guys achieved that, especially with the way you're able to stretch out to the corners and get a lot of good corner 3-point looks?
Yeah, I mean, they're great defensively. It's not going to be a game where you can, stare down the defense and then just attack. We got to use each other. We got to move the ball because if you just try to obviously, there's situations where you got to do that, but for the most part, everybody's got to contribute.
Abby Chin.
Jayson, again, Brad pulling you relatively early in the first quarter and putting you back on the court with a lot of guys from that second unit. What is it about your game and that group that makes you so effective with them?
I think it's just my job to go out there and play. Brad gonna do the substitutions, and depending on matchups and situation in the game, put the five out there at different times that he thinks is best. And you just got to be aware of the guys you're playing out there with. It might call for you to do different things, and I think that's just a part of just reading the game, reading situations, and knowing what we need at certain times.
Final question, Tim Bontemps.
Jayson, you guys have really had a lot of success so far without Gordon, obviously the key piece to your team. What has allowed you guys to be able to not only, maintain how you were playing, but also, arguably at times play better over the past few games without him?
Just not make excuses. We miss G. Just hope that he continue to get better and speedy recovery, because we definitely need him. We're not better. We're better when he's with us, and I think that's obvious. We know that. He knows that, how much he means to this team. I just think in this circumstance that we just gotta play the cards we dealt. A lot of teams deal with injuries and different things. We can't make excuses. We'd love to have him. Hopefully, we continue to keep winning and he can come back. But in the meantime, we just got to next man up. The guys got to be ready.